Bismillah finin adala ya Allah.
Salafism approaches Islam through the mind. Sufism approaches Islam through the heart. That's the main difference between Salafism and Sufism. So Salafism is very much sort of based on rational arguments. It's based on logical reasoning. It's based on sort of proofs and accumulation of sort of evidence from Quran and Hadiths, authentic Hadiths, according to a logical sort of way of seeing what is authenticity and not. And it's very much pleasing to a rational mind, given the age of enlightenment that we have gone through in the West, where rational reasoning and logic has sort of taken on as the main sort of believable frame of reference, which is why science today is sort of seen as that which is believable, which is very much based on reason and logic. And Salafis approach Islam in this kind of empirical evidence in terms of Quran and Hadith way. A Sufi is more spiritual and approaches Islam very much from the heart. It's not about proofs or these kinds of things, although spirituality to a lesser degree exists in Salafism, and scholarship and reason also exist within Sufism. Sufis see it more in terms of it's about developing a relationship with Allah, God, which is inside the heart, and our ego or individual will is constantly resisting Allah inside of us, and it's about transforming the ego into a state of surrender and ultimately into a state of ego death or fana, so that the will of Allah can sort of flow freely through us. And that also brings us to the main second big difference, except that Sufism is very much spiritual from the heart and Salafism is very much rational from the mind. The main second large difference between Sufism and Salafism is that Sufism sort of, in a sense, believes that everyone can become a knower of Allah or arif billah. It's a matter of transforming the self until the self no longer stands in the way between you, which is the self, and Allah, essentially. So into a state of non-self. So it's about transforming the self, tazkiyatun nafs. Whilst Salafism, to a certain degree, rejects this notion that people themselves can know God or know Allah. It's a matter of the one who is the best scholar, kind of, that can, in the best scholarly, rational, logical way, deduct what Prophet taught or what the Quran taught or teaches. Hopefully this video is helpful. Assalamu alaikum.